Chopper, are you serious? Chopper, are you serious?
Test. Okay. Test. Okay, I think they could hear me. Alright, good night everyone. Welcome to I think the seventh episode of the
Season 2.
season 2 of the board experience. I don't know why we have seasons.
Because
We have seasons
That's
because
we changed our season
use not the game for like 3 months.
True.
took a hiatus.
Yeah,
Season.
very long hiatus. So y'all know the rule, y'all know the drill already. Who wants to go first to tell us about their week? How their week went? Say no volunteers.
My week started.
Alright, we gonna am I gonna have to pull up the online number generator and just pick someone?
No. I was going already. Like
Yeah.
I was saying, my week started. Then there was a middle, and it ended. All I know is I ate food throughout the week, and I didn't die.
Yes. See? Wow. Okay. Okay.
Like you.
Well, I'm glad we got that one out of the way because I'm sure
It was
people
very. Okay, my umbrella broke Thursday before that rain. Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't find my umbrella, so I took my mother umbrella, trying to open the umbrella. The umbrella decided, okay, I'm going to open, try to close the umbrella. Umbrella like, no. Try to close it, and the umbrella was like, I think I've had enough, so just break it. So, yeah. That is the most interesting thing that happened to me this week, bro.
Speaking of umbrellas, I saw something on Twitter. Some people were saying, guys having like grown men having umbrellas is not masculine, something like that. You saw that?
it was like at our age, we don't want to be carrying things around in our hands, though.
I understand that.
I do understand.
But when I leave my house with an umbrella, it's because I saw rain.
Right, but you don't want to like hear it might rain and walk around with an umbrella for no reason, though.
Yeah, if you leave your house and it's not about to rain, you go without an umbrella.
Exactly.
If you get wet, you just get wet. Just tough it.
Why not just?
But you can't tell me you're leaving your house and it rain and you're going to walk in the rain. That's just stupid.
No. But okay, hear that. Why not just have like one of these small umbrellas and just put it in your bag?
Killer them things doesn't do nothing.
What you mean, doggy?
Killer them things not doing nothing.
I mean,
You having that there and just the top of your head that dry, the rest of your body wet.
well, I mean, you're not trying to get sick.
Just get wet, man. See?
Well, then again, you have hair, doggy. You have hair, so I mean, you're good.
No. Wait, that's my point. I can take it with my hair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But fellas,
That
like,
might actually be even worse.
No.
not necessarily.
Unless
I mean-
if I don't like doing that working in a place that have AC. So
Even I would like to tell you, though, my hair does be like damp in the AC.
Same.
So,
Same.
I don't know.
But I've always, people have always said that, guy, like you cannot leave your hair down or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Kate, you're there to go next? Hey, Kate, what happened? Hey, Ari,
What?
Oh, yeah, you want to tell us about your week?
Oh, yeah, I spent the whole week solving all the games that would make my old computer weep in pain at butter smooth levels of FPS.
Wow, doggy.
Also,
Now I'm making my blood boil. Doggy.
I mean, I could still make your computer melt,
I'm sure.
That sounds like a challenge,
Yeah.
Wow.
I also recorded footage to make a video soon, but that's not the place to advertise that.
Alright.
No. Like all you need
Oh, what-
to do
what
is
kind of video you making,
download
bro?
this very simple game for Minecraft,
Well, I'm some
and
hot
all I
coffee
want you to
footage.
do is make a wall 20 by 20, just 20 by 20. of droppers. Droppers. What is it? I think it's droppers. And I want you to go into creative and just load it with a bunch of bees.
Oh no. So like
And just set it to just,
granted, Darren. That's more limitation of Minecraft than the PC.
trust
Because
me,
Minecraft is
your
single
PC
threaded.
will cry.
Minecraft is single
Not
threaded.
Minecraft.
The PC will cry because it only gets to use one core.
Yeah. That is true. That is true.
Harry.
But still, the point was to make a PC cry. That does make PCs cry.
That's fair. Omni man, tell us about the week.
Beat up your son. You're not ashamed of yourself?
Nah, my G, I'm gonna need to learn. I need to look at the bigger picture.
What bigger picture? Please do tell me.
I'll explain to you after. I don't want to spoil it for anybody listening.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, bro. My week was fine. It was a calm week. A lot calmer than the weeks before, because
I think you were loading up your phone last week and stuff like that, right?
nah. But
Also,
you know,
not okay.
I had work to do. I had some programming to do. Yeah. Last week was a real, a headache. But this week was a lot calmer. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. It was a calm week, a chill week. Yeah.
Alright, good vibe. How's the week, Jay? Hey, what happened, Jay? Mute, man.
Je le mette.
Alright, I'll go ahead. My week was filled with sorrow and sadness. I lost to Jay.
Well, but somebody died. What?
What? Well,
The only thing I mean is pride now.
yeah, my
It's
pride.
pride, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
my
pride.
pride died, bro. Like,
Yeah, you see, that's why
honestly,
you don't give personification to emotions. That's your problem.
fair point. Other than that, it's just been really. I don't know how to put it. Like it was at work. It was more tasking. I think we got a lot. We have a lot more stuff going on, so more workload. But other than that, my week was okay. It wasn't too bad. It was just okay.
That's good. At least everybody had a good week.
Yeah, a decent week.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. And nothing too crazy. Ari. So let's get into one of the things I want to talk about. I think, well, let me just say that out first. Men are as faithful as their options.
We're bringing that back.
Oh, topic.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I'll see what I said last time. Yeah.
You have a couple different people to talk.
What was that?
For the most part, yeah.
There's people you like Jamal. Yeah. Specifically Jay. So Jay, what's your take on that statement?
I think Jay's AFK.
Of
He did
course.
say that. He did say that.
Obviously.
I'll say what I said last time. Yes and no.
Wait. Oh, let me just acknowledge Queenie. Queenie said hi in the chat, by the way.
Oh. the first live view in like 10 weeks.
Hi, Queenie. Yes, go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, so like I said last time, I think we had this question come up. Yes and no.
Yes
Because
and
to
no.
say- Yes, because to say yes means that as soon as another option comes up, any man will just go. Most men, probably. But then, for the answer to just be yes, means men have no free will, and whatever comes, they just run through. Which is not true.
You want to know what I interpret from the question? It sounds to me like if your options as a man, like, they're not as appealing. So let's say like you with a shorty, right? But the women you attract, like, they're not like they don't meet your standards, basically. Like you would be faithful to your shorty because nobody better than
Like
your
for the
shorty.
current your side.
You understand what I say?
So nobody's worth cheating.
Yeah.
Like all the things that come and check you, they can't do nothing for you.
Yeah, basically.
Or let's just say they don't look as good as what you have.
It can come down to it can indeed come down to
Depends on
looks.
the
It can come down to personality. So I wanted to hear you guys' take on take on.
This is a bit of a case by case basis. Definitely depends on the man. Some have stronger principles than others.
Fair. We're not talking about married guys, by the way. We're not talking about married fellas.
Yeah, not married.
No commitment. Okay, alright.
See?
That's a different story, That's a completely different story.
Yeah. Well, okay, I just got like a flash of the. Where you coming from there, doggy?
Yeah, like
Bro,
that's
who
what
hurt you? Who hurt you? Wow,
A lot of people.
I
That's not
just
good.
got a glimpse of despair and gnashing of teeth.
Calm down, son. Calm down, son. It's not so. It's not so.
For true,
Let's
for
not
true.
be so dramatic.
For true. But you were saying, Kit, go ahead.
This is what I said. Some men have stronger principles than others. Some really like to be loosey goosey, so as some would say, we kind of drift around, and any girl that catches the eye of this, you may see, maybe she look a little nicer than what they were there. They go move, like a hydrogen atom dropping oxygen to go to some chlorine, some nice sexy chlorine. But other men are like helium, and if they've already been bonded and stuff, they're not going anywhere.
Noble gases as they are.
I see. So before I go ahead, let me let Omni Man and Jay speak on that.
Listen. I mean, the premise of the question is definitely the stereotype. Men are generally seen as, I don't want to say greedy, but insatiable, I guess that would be the right word.
You have some commentary on that.
Don't even think that way.
Yeah, man,
Just walk around that way.
It's doggy. What?
But that's the stereotype, bro. That's how men are seen.
Doggy looking from the
not making commentary.
Harry.
Yeah, that's how men are seen. So the question is extremely biased. It
Although do bear in mind that all stereotypes have basis in reality.
not all. I wouldn't say all, but
Some of them have basis. That doesn't mean that the stereotype covers the entirety of the situation.
not just that. Some of them are based in misunderstanding. See.
Take your time, doggy. Look, you sound like you're sweating there, Mo.
No. You cleared your throat there, and I feel you cleared my ears one time. But yeah, so there's definitely some form of preconceived notions there. I don't believe the sentence applies to. I don't believe the statement applies to all men. It definitely applies to some, and we see it every day. Check it. I was talking to a guy today. a friend of mine, and he considers himself a certified gal boss. Um, so yeah, you can definitely see evidence of that, and then also it's kind of it's a part of socialization. Men are generally taught that the more manly they are, so yeah, you tend to see that in society, and you tend to see men jumping from woman to woman. The statement makes sense on the assuming that men were these insatiable creatures who would you know jump at any chance they get.
Any old must
But otherwise, it wouldn't apply to all men. I don't think it will apply to all men. It's basically saying like what I understand is that if you're a man and you have other options besides your woman, you're likely to cheat. It doesn't say that you have to, but it says you're more likely to. That's what I understand from it.
Okay.
I
So
mean, you can. Mhm.
so what about J, you wanted to speak on that, or
Yeah, I mean, I guess similarly, it's like similarly to what Glenn said, I feel like that has to do with two things, which is one, principles, and the other one is like your experiences as a boy growing into a man. So these are the two things that determine whether you,
That's
like you
a
said,
good point. The influence of
yeah, well,
culture or the environment.
yeah. So if when you were like, let's say a boy going to school, right? You no girls, no anything, no options, and you became a man. You're doing better for yourself. Now you get girls coming to you. You would
according to the track,
easily you like
you
it would be
got two
easier for you
options.
to jump from girl to girl because you feel like for
Okay, that makes
men
sense.
you feel like you have uh
If
like you
you
have
and
to do
like
for the
I
what
think
you
let him
missed
finish,
out
let him
on.
finish,
um,
let him finish, let him finish, let him finish, let him finish.
opportunity open up.
Yeah, like you pretty much have to jump from one to the next to catch up for what you missed out on when you were going to school. So
What you
like you have the
assume?
opportunity to now that you're more likely to do it. And in terms of principles, if you have principles, it doesn't matter who comes to you. If let's say you have a girl and that's your girl and that's the only girl you see, it doesn't matter which girl approaches you. It doesn't like it wouldn't affect you.
I'm gonna speak on that though, because I definitely agree that it happens. Like you go through school and you check it, you feel like doing, you're a nerd.
I go like somebody come into my name, but I'm not going to mention no names.
Yeah man, but doing was a nerd, doing was a big nerd. You check it,
Ah, you
that man had
man,
no
man.
action, no shorty.
Yeah, I know what that was. I know what that was talking about. It.
Ah,
But
you
nah,
know, G. But
on
okay.
a serious note, yeah, if you went through school, you went through your younger days, and you were not getting girls, you
Yeah.
were single for most of your childhood, you can turn out a couple ways. So you can go the route that Jay said, and jump at any chance you get because you couldn't do it when you were younger, and now
Mm-hmm.
that you have the money and you financially stable, and maybe you hit the gym and your life together, you feel like now this is your chance
To
to
make
make
up
up
for lost
for
time.
what you
Yeah.
make up for lost time. But and this is the other path that some might take. They might find themselves sticking to one girl because they have that one girl that accepted them, and now that's when you get a lot of the simps coming in. You have that one girl that accepted
So,
them, and they do anything for that girl because she was the one. She was my first. You check it. Um,
Yeah, and
so
I'm trying to keep
there are a lot
up.
of people who go that route as well.
but like
But
to be honest though, I feel like that statement applies more to females than males because
What?
nah, that's a fact. That
nah,
is
because
What
like
fact?
women like women are the ones who monkey branch from guy to guy. They
yep.
always try to upgrade. So that
Oh
state,
well,
I don't know
yeah,
why that
yeah,
statement is about
And
men.
listen. If
yeah,
Kim was there, Kim would agree with that 100%.
yeah. Because that is true.
Yeah. Yeah, if Cam was there, he would go on. He would be
Okay,
laying down the
okay.
proverbial law.
Let me
The
present
man.
this.
So,
How
Yeah.
many times did you hear about a guy having a girl for He's married a girl for his food, a girl for his rent. You never hear that. It's always a
Wow.
girl
I mean, I would have said something, but I'll not do that.
Say it,
everything.
say it, say it.
I'll incriminate myself.
For true, for true.
Oh, you're up and you have a girl for food and everything. What? You're
Yeah,
right.
No, I'm not going to say like I'm not going to put like guys out of it because it happens both ways. But I'm saying like women that's
That's more their
more
game.
likely
That's
for women
common
to do. Yeah.
currency now. That's
Okay.
common
I-
currency. So much is like that's the way females run things, and fellas even bat an eye. A lot
Yeah,
of
and
fellas,
also,
that's why you find sips coming in because like I get a place. Let me just stay in the corner. I'd have to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
main
yeah.
man, but I
We're
get
still
some attention when I need it.
Also, I do want to raise
So-
one more thing about regarding common standards that both sexes are held to, and that is that rather well one of the common measures of a man these days is actually their promiscuity. Is like you see like people think that as a guy going around and having sex with a lot of girls makes you more of a man.
Mm-hmm. That's been
Um,
that way for generations.
Yeah, being getting out with a lot of girls is glorified. And while is a women are able to go from guy to guy fairly freely without coming under much scrutiny. They actually are in fact generally expected to stick to one. You know, even if it doesn't turn out that way, so much turn out that way.
It hardly ever does.
It's a bit of a the sex are held to different standards by society.
Yes, because
That has an influence on things.
because both people are raised differently and taught to expect different things instead of learning that hey, we are both people, both of us, both men and females like to have sex. That's a fact. That's just a fact. And a lot of people are like, oh, but men should be more able to express themselves in this way and not emotionally. The females should use their emotions to manipulate men who aren't allowed to flex their emotions.
Yeah, that's a damaging perspective. It's like it's like people who that are essentially trying to reduce men into unfeeling sex machines.
Yep. That's the notion a lot of females have, which is why you see females have this fear of being out and they see a guy, they're afraid that they're going to be raped. Why are you afraid? Did he approach you? Did he give you any signs that he was going to assault you? No, you saw the guy and you were afraid. That doesn't make sense.
One thing, fellas, there are fellas out there that encouraging that that stigma. So I want to say the rapist culture.
I'm not saying that our fellas
Definitely are fellas out there that making not a valid fear for women. I mean, bro, there are some sick fellas out there.
I
Really sick.
understand that. But treating every fella like a sick fella means you should probably be in a pound somewhere.
Yeah, true. But how do you protect yourself from COVID? By
Stay at your home.
they have the virus, so it's better to be safe than sorry. It's better to be safe and know that I wasn't raped than to say that I took a chance and I was.
Yeah, I get where Omni Man coming from.
I get where you're coming from
Understand the
too.
caution. I'm just saying, I understand like the whole generalizing thing. I'm against it as well. But for that particular concept, I understand. I'm not justifying it.
Understood.
I see. But I was just you're about to say something? I think someone was about to say something.
Me, I just say end the story. Yeah.
Oh. Um. So well, I that question it came from the Kevin Hart's the Hart's theory. Sorry, I think man, remember the Hart's theory, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Oh
where
yeah,
that's where that question
he was that last week, man.
what happened.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say.
Oh, go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
So earlier, I think, yeah, I can't remember who it was, but somebody mentioned women, like the theory. I think it's Jay. Somebody does he mentioned that the theory applies more to women than men. And I agreed. It brought up a point that somebody was that
You cutting off.
Omni man, come fly back closer to the floor. Cool out. We may need to
Omni
reestablish your
man.
connection so we can get you because I think you're flying too fast for the Wi-Fi to catch up.
Beat on a broom, man.
We'll sell out the man soga. So wow, try and keep beating it in character.
It's as if everybody say don't sell out the man's soul. That's why you always say that, you know. What going on?
That's crazy.
Wow.
Try speaking now. Nah, we're any static. Okay.
Yeah.
No Lord.
But while we're waiting for him, I'll just say, for those who don't know, the Hart theory is basically like, it came from the Kevin Hart situation where, he has like a couple of divorced wives.
Yeah.
Usually he's
You
very
realize
he's really
you've got options.
promiscuous. Yeah, he has options. So, you know, he has everything together. He has money. He's famous.
Let's
He
throw
has the
yourselves at him.
yeah, man. He has the fast cars. So, you know, basically a
And
man.
he
Uh-huh.
is making up for his height deficiency. He
That's
is.
wild, bro.
I know.
This is disrespectful, bro.
I know how to
Hey,
feel about that
I
one.
saying it as it is though.
But yeah, basically the history is basically a man of that status. They will end up cheating. They will. Like there's no
And
two ways about
that is
it.
the conclusion.
Yeah, like they
I
will.
don't
end up.
agree with that statement, though, to be honest.
Are you mean?
No, but that is
what?
his statement.
Are you
That is
Nah,
his statement.
it's a choice, bro. It doesn't matter because even someone at, let's say, I don't say lower level, but less fortunate than him, having the same amount of options, it still comes down to a choice. It's not.
Look,
It doesn't
if
matter how
fellas-
rich you are.
if
It's
fellas
your
grassroots
choice to
still
make,
cheating on
bro.
their girls after they sell 2-5 bag for the day. Yeah.
But
Exactly.
Jamal,
Like,
you're not considering the effects of success on the ego.
bro,
What do
it
you mean? What do you
doesn't
mean?
like.
What do you mean?
It's still.
So if your ego is not kept in check before you get success, and when you get it, you don't know what to do with that ego.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna say plenty of people when they get to that point start feeling like they're top of the world, they can have whatever they want.
You can't hold them back. The same feeling like when you leave from teenager and now you feel like you're an adult. Nobody can talk to you because you reached this milestone.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like I say, to be honest, the ego shouldn't, because it doesn't matter, bro. It still comes down to choice. I went through life with an ego, so again, it's a choice.
Okay, think about it this way.
Yeah,
if you have never been known what it is to have more than $10 in your wallet every day, all right, you're more likely to spend money when you have $1,000 in your pocket every day than somebody who grew up having $1,000 and understands what it is to save.
Nah, I don't agree with that, man.
Because it's something new to you that you're not used to. You have all these options. You couldn't buy a stove in 3 days. No, you have to wait years to do that. So you're going to be spending money.
So, Harry, the way I see it, there are two roads, right? Just like earlier. So you have $10, you're going up on $10. All you have, now you start making more money. You need to take two paths. One, now that you have money, not spending money like you never see money before, and you putting money on everything, and that's basically what that happens. On the other hand, you can save money because you know what it's like to not have. So you cherish what you have, right?
Yeah,
And you value
exactly.
what you have because you know the value of it, right? So it's the same for women. Yeah, it's true. You know, you have all these options, but you find one and you decide to be faithful. There's no issue with that.
How
It
many?
depends on the person.
Yeah,
I'll
that's what
tell
I
you
was
why.
saying. It comes down to choice, bro.
I get you. It does come down to choice, but more likely than not, somebody who is not used to being in a privileged situation, however you want to put it, money, access to women, whatever,
Yeah.
a privileged situation, you're not used to it, you're going to end up doing some dumb shit.
Nah, that just means you're weak. Because
Uh,
Yeah,
it
you're
does
lacking
mean
self
you're
control,
weak.
dude.
that means that
Exactly.
means you're
Like
weak, bro.
never had these things before. So you've never had to temper your character to these temptations that are completely new to you.
Boy, G.
That's a very valid point. But like I said, it comes down to the person because in as much as you're tempted, you can't take your experiences and use that to apply value to what you have. So you know
Huh.
that what you have is worth cherishing, and you wouldn't want to be careless with it. So why cheat though? Why cheat when you have somebody that's willing to be faithful? You have somebody that returns the same love that you give. Why would you go for something temporary
Now
when you have something to be
what you have
permanent?
in the first place,
What's that?
you have to value what you have. Because if you don't value what you have, it don't matter how good the person is.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
down to the person. If you don't value what you have, that's you. That's your choice.
Harry. So
So we agree
okay. So
in a weird way.
Harry, so okay, so what about your like if that was your like what would it be for you? You would
If what
value
was your
like if you were at that status, right? You'll have
Like
the
I win the
cars.
lotto.
Yeah. You'll have the cars, you famous. Y'all would y'all would value what you'll have, like you would stay loyal.
nah, but like you didn't ask are we married? Are we free? You didn't like you need to be
Ari,
more.
so, Ari, okay. So, in the first case, y'all are not married. In the second case, y'all are not married.
Oh, we not
Wait,
married
wait,
still.
what?
Wait,
What?
no. Let me,
So
no.
what you're telling me is, what you're telling us is,
Uh-huh.
if we are single,
Right.
young, very successful young men, and females are just
That's not.
throwing themselves.
That's not
You tell me
dumb
I'm
question, bro.
No. Like you're in a relationship. You're in a relation. The first instance, you're in a relationship, right? Like that's your girlfriend. The second instance, the two of you are married.
Oh, that's not what you said.
Now, wait.
Yeah,
I'm
you said
not done.
you're
I'm not
single for
done.
both. Eh?
I'm no. Oh no. I don't want to say single. My bad.
Okay, cool.
Alright, but
Let me give a third and a fourth.
What?
The foot.
As an example.
let's discuss the first two first, bro. Come on now. Jesus.
Ari, okay.
No,
Okay.
here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Here's something I think guys should. I don't think successful guys should be looking for who they are.
They should not be. They should not be what?
Looking for
Repeat that.
people. Looking for people cherish them because
You cut
You know
off
what I
on
mean?
that. You cut off at the last bit.
I do think successful guys should be looking for people who like them because of their success.
Boy,
Oh.
that's actually a tough one to.
Because, okay, hear me out. Let's just say shit goes south. Alright? Your company do a butters and oil and is that person going to stay with you? Are they more likely to stay with you if they knew and rise with you? In my brain, yeah, more likely. Doesn't mean that it's going to.
Okay.
If the person meets you in this lap of luxury and they like, hey, I love this how this lifestyle. I know you can provide this lifestyle for me. Let's make something happen. When you can no longer provide that lifestyle for them, what are they going to do?
Interesting.
Bro, women are opportunists, plain and simple.
Fact.
But
Okay. Ari, so that's for the first. That's for both instances. The trail. Was that?
Both, yeah.
Okay.
Marriage and
That's right.
specifically girlfriend.
Ari, Omni-Man, what happened?
The way I see it, yeah, first of all, I can combine the two because I feel you'd be dating. Okay, sorry.
Wow.
I feel you'd be dating somebody if you don't plan on marrying them, and I say
Well,
this very lightly.
you say that?
I say this very lightly. Oi, me that statement there. So
Alright,
just keep
let me
that
take
in-
your point.
just keep that in mind. Daryl, you know what I mean by that. I'm just saying this for the sake of morality.
Doggy, let me,
Understood.
bro, say it for your sake, bro. No.
Exactly.
Demon mode
Experience
on,
of
demon
fantasy.
mode on, demon mode on.
I'm gonna get wild. Keep morality in the equation. Alright, let's just say for morality 6 is 18 to morality. So I can combine the two. If you're in a case of either way, I'll have to speak from my perspective. So with morality on, from my perspective, I feel like I, with all that fame and status, I would not cheat because I find it would be a lot easier. Like it would make a lot more sense to stick with a woman that's faithful. In it, you can provide for her. She's done for you. She's been there at your lowest point. Um, obviously, when you're at your highest, you want her to be by your side. So I feel like I prefer that scenario than to be with a big girl boss running endless woman. And at the end of the day, I have nothing to win. I have nothing to stand on. And that applies to marriage as well, because if you're a cheater in a marriage, that marriage doesn't last. Like you can have all the money in the world, your wife eventually she's gonna want to stop looking like an idiot. And you know how society is. Society makes it extremely easy for women to divorce you and take your money. So
Yep.
as rich as you want to be, just let them do it.
That's why I make them sign a prenup.
I remember what someone said.
That's true. No, but don't talk too much about prenup. I want to talk about that in the next episode.
Alright.
So that's what I feel like I was honestly.
Robin?
Probably has a different priorities. That type of fame and money. For sure, I believe I would want to try it at all. I believe that's it. That's why I believe I have probably 3 other my PS6 by now. It's a lot different. You know, if I even the shop,
I'm not hearing everything you're saying.
It not suffer. It's like you fly through.
I can say just big gun.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm
you fly.
thinking if values in the rest of the time, I guess we get either the first day.
Just mute your mic and then like play it on the pod and then you make the necessary adjustments. Ari, Jay, what happened?
Okay, so you said the first situation was girlfriend slash relationship, and the second one was marriage.
Yeah.
Alright, for marriage of rib, I'm going to answer on first. Like if I can get to that point with you, I'm not cheating on you. Like that's it.
Wow.
For girlfriend, however, I won't, like, it depends, right? Because I can be with somebody and not not love, air quotes, love the person. So if I do love you, then no. But if I don't, then yes.
Okay.
So if the relationship,
I like that
is-
answer.
Wait, hold on. What did you say?
if the relationship stopped because she was bored and she keep you company, just like her
That-
company, you
yeah.
being on hard. That's what you say.
Yeah, that pretty much. Yeah. What do you mean?
I respect that.
I'm sure
I'll
viewers appreciate the honesty
Yeah.
in that response.
Yeah.
The
The same way if you have a PS4, you're not going to play one game for the rest of your life. What you doing?
Yeah, well, what sister?
I will
Check
say
it.
it's a little disingenuous to compare relationships to PS4 games.
Bro,
Hey,
bro,
doggy,
it was
no,
a
no.
joke.
It's-
Relax.
Ow,
It was a joke.
Some of them shorties be playing some Super Mario. You check it. You check it.
I mean,
They
if it's
play.
64, that's a good one.
Doggy, whack-a-mole on your head, doggy. I put it in past them. I put it in past the demon. Doggy, honestly.
I mean, dog, if they're playing either 64, Galaxy, or Odyssey, that's a good woman right there.
Dog. I put it in past none of these women.
Yeah, but like that's my stance on the two scenarios given.
Okay.
Alright.
What about you, Kit? Kit, before you before you talk there. Last week you said you had a bird boss, so I'm expecting to have some bird boss. You check it? Last week you said you had a bird boss.
look at that,
So,
Yeah. So obviously, in the scenario of marriage, absolutely not. That's rigid or lockdown. That's rigid lockdown.
Yeah.
Outside of marriage, there is significantly more temptation inherently. If you want to remain in good conscience, you won't. But
I have a
I'll-
conscience.
yeah, but
It's a lot.
especially if you do indeed want to adhere to the principles of the church, you keep that in mind, all of us here. Yeah, I would hope, you keep that in mind. No, we'll not make too big a deal of that. Yeah, mainly depends on if you can indeed, just sleep quietly at night after knowing that you have been unfaithful.
Burn the conscience.
Okay.
Yeah, niggas have a conscience around.
Boy.
Yeah, it's conscience is an on and off for some like a light switch.
Okay.
What if we, you have your shorty? Well, I don't know if I don't want to speak too much on the wife situation. Okay, maybe we can. So you have your shorty slash
Okay. Well, before you do this, hold on. Before you do this, since you're talking about, some would consider the wedlock to be one of the most secure locks around. However, it is actually vulnerable to a variety of low-skill attacks. For example, wedlock can easily be bypassed by simply going out late at night and finding some hookers on the street.
There are always hookers on the street.
Bruh, speaking of bypass, you want to know what I had in mind? I was thinking of like these veterans, these army veterans. Like,
Coming home to their pregnant wife.
yeah, basically.
So they've been deployed for how many years?
Yeah, basically. That was just for the wife. That was just for the wife situation. The
Wait,
wife
like
instance.
honestly, like I just wonder how that man does just crazy, just kill everyone. That one, I just seriously wonder.
You just wonder how what
come from? How they do just go on a killing spree?
Some of them have.
Yeah, and I can't be mad at them. I can't find it in me to be mad at them. You literally went to your country, all right, and then you come home to your wife. So you're coming home to a place you feel safe in your head. And next man break into your house and then plant up your whole garden for you already, dog. Like what hell going on?
Yeah, you dedicate yourself to a higher calling, and then in your absence, your supposed life partner does not even have, and doesn't
Person you
even
think about every day while you're in the war zone.
Respect for what you're doing. That you out there putting your life on the line for her sake, along with the sake of
Kate.
for her sake. She has so no respect for that she says, nah, dog, we have to find the replacement.
No, not a replacement. Huh? Servicing and you're not there to service.
Can't mind that.
Go ahead.
To be honest, that's how I see it as really like, hey, I needed this and you were not there. How would you expect me to do? But if a guy says that, boy, devil.
Well, you already know they put the erecting the cross for that man.
But that was just in the wife instance. Now, for the girlfriend thing, I was thinking like, what if, someone who has more than you, they pull up.
In my brain,
okay,
if you just girlfriend, like I expecting to get horn at like any battery breeze.
You expecting, you say?
I expecting it, dog. Like that is like, okay, have you contingency plan for when the horn come? Just have it there, right?
What?
You might not have to use it, but just have the plan already.
Prepare for
the worst. When I decide, okay, I'm going to marry you, that means I'm putting down my guard. I trust that you will not hurt me.
So why
I trust that we will go through this together. So that is the difference in my head.
So why niggas want to crucify me when I talk about prenup?
I'm not saying niggas.
Yeah, boy, you cannot. What you doing?
Yeah, trying to get cancelled, man.
No, but I'm not white though. What do you mean? That's black privilege.
Alright. First of all, I support excuse. If you don't want people to say it, don't say it yourself.
That's fair.
Second of all,
I don't give that.
3 cents of revenue down the drain.
What happened?
Say that again, kid.
I said 3 cents of revenue down the drain.
Okay, I get what you're
Wow.
saying.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from, Trail. Jay,
Yeah.
I'm not too sure if you caught everything we said, but we were just speaking to we just flipped the switch basically, and we were talking about the same two instances.
Hmm.
So in the case of the wife, we were saying like when you have these veterans who go out to fight war and stuff, the wife, she ends up getting promiscuous at home and thing.
Okay,
When you come back, you check it.
I must say this, right?
Uh,
If you're going to marry someone, don't marry someone in the army.
really?
Yes, no.
Why?
I have friends, both male and female,
Mm.
who are in the active right now, and it's the situation over there is not the best.
What do you mean?
It's not the best, bro.
Do-
Like I don't want to say it on the podcast, but like I'm gonna just say that it's not conducive for a relationship.
Get married to
If
one
if you have
person
a
and
Like
girlfriend,
you run that talk
like
after, run that talk
yeah,
after.
but like if you have a girlfriend, expect your girl to cheat on you.
like in the
Yes,
army or
sir.
like in general?
In
Like
the like no, like in the army,
yeah.
in the army specifically.
see, don't get my girl loyal to me,
That's what
You
you
say
Your
that?
mean.
girl in the army?
but it's
Your girl in the
say,
army?
I mean
Your girl not in
no,
the army.
I mean no, but you check
The
it.
army of the Lord is not in the army.
One thing. Anyway, but what? I mean, I know I would have expected Harry. I mean, you never know. At the end of the day,
I'll explain to you after, to be honest. But yeah,
I'm doing
just
that one. I'm doing that one.
I have no expectations, bro.
I know. I just expected the army shorties to be, proper, stand at attention.
We'll make a man.
That would require them to actually be in the army.
Yeah.
See,
We'll say
Yeah,
I thought they were
decent-
disciplined.
imagine
I
a
thought they were
shorty.
disciplined. The disciplined shorties.
They just discipline them.
Exactly. And
But,
after they use
but like
tongue lashing,
Wow.
yeah, but if you're
Imagine
talking
you
about army
trying,
specifically, yeah, no expectations.
you trying to talk about the shorty when she
talking-
come from the army. Hard cuff.
statistic of domestic violence.
Okay, sometimes you can't even curve the shorty, doggy. She the
Child,
army.
you know you can't.
Hey, shorty that cuffing you,
eh,
You just check yourself. You're waking up somewhere
Yeah.
and then marrying.
they hog tie you, put you behind a horse.
Shorty ask you for your commanding officer.
Then us.
Wow.
And they pull you. Next thing you check it up, no skin on your back again.
Wow.
Didn't experience that in the Red Dead.
Cool out.
Hey, you bring back Shama for the man. That's a cool out.
All I hear is sadness, doggy. Irie, but why? Like, I don't know, bro. Women in the army I've never. I don't say never expected, but why? Like I had a particular image of them in my head. So when Jay come and say that kind of thing, it almost they're like a.
Cadets is like the most watered down version of the army you can possibly come across.
Oh man, big up the Pathfinder same speed.
No. Which Pathfinder's flipping guns?
Oh my goodness.
Which Pathfinder's flipping guns? Which Pathfinder know how to undo a jam? None.
Man,
None.
you
None.
water down your head,
No. I'm
You
talking
can't
about
compare the two, to be honest. I don't feel like you can compare the two. Pathfinder's not making the cut.
killer. Like if you say scouts, yeah, okay, fine. But which shot is rolling more money all over the place than cadet female stuff? I go with no. Let me know.
I have to get a cadet shot.
Because you have like 7 in or school that have like 100 and some fellas. When you feel Lego to come, what you feel happening actually?
Boy, you know that. You know that.
I mean what going on when it's camp is
Pass the
drills
pass.
is drills. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're
bro?
drilling. That's what they're doing. They get the drill.
Doesn't finish school for a particular reason.
It's no rester. What?
You know that.
Baba. Oh boy. That's tough. What? So
The facts not nice, but the facts is facts, man.
Yeah, fuck.
wow, boy. Cool.
And you can cry all you want to.
Cool hard facts, boy. So, like, what? I don't know what to say. Okay.
Why you flustered?
No, I was just thinking like, you know, like what can we
You're
do?
surely applying for a position.
Yeah, shot in the army for Truman.
Corporal, I'm the corporal there, doggy.
No, I just like, hey, doggy, what if I have, a daughter? Shorty want to go to cadets?
She's not allowed to go to the army, bro.
No.
I mean, so me say, so if you have a young girl, you'll go not make her go like do what she want to do, like go to the cadets.
Cadets? No, son. No. Pathfinders. Yes. And I come into the camp too. I feel it's joke.
Bad boy. Bad boy.
I've been a counselor, dog, and not on that.
For true. You're right.
You're right.
See,
Yo, because I think a lot of people, like young people, not females, young people are so very easily influenced. And you
Yeah,
have
boy.
your teenage girl that trying to find her place and trying to see like her.
Well, the good thing
A
I'm an old
bunch
man,
of-
you know. 'Cause
Bro, these
And then-
niggas are on it.
Niggas always on it. Niggas always on it. You're impressionable female, and she want to fit in with the guys. Fellas tell her, well, we have to see if we can fit, so you can fit. Dog,
Nah, man. From time she have too many male friends, you just try and act like a tomboy. Red flag. Next thing your daughter come back home as your son, try and cool out.
Boy, in the year we are now, for sure. That's a possibility.
Yeah, man, yeah.
but that tomboy talk like let's see if I can fix that up, bro. From time,
But how many of them you know succeed?
A lot of them don't succeed though.
we have a point.
I have a couple that fail, eh?
What's the
I have a couple that fail and they end up single after, eh?
That was that. So I think we threw with the what is that the what's it the I forget the question I asked. Men are only as
Can I change the whole tempo of this entire podcast tonight?
Yeah, go ahead.
Question, guys. We'll be on this for a while. What's the worst way you can possibly think of dying?
Let me tell you about the blood eagle, my G.
Wait, hold on. Come again.
Ways to die.
Waste
Any
today.
criteria on that? Just
The
Okay.
worst way.
oh,
Oh.
worse.
Who wants to go first?
Let me tell you about the blood eagle, me say. Check it.
Go ahead.
That sounds like a game title.
Alright. So basically, right? Your victim, well, I guess in this case,
Your
because
victim.
it's you that dying. So you would be put, to kneel down well, either kneel or lie down, depending on how savage they are. Your back is cut open,
Oh, I know.
and then your
Yeah.
ribs are broken and spread out like wings. Check it.
Yeah.
Hence the name, the Blood Eagle.
One thing I'm watching
Uh,
Vikings there.
and in some instances, you check it, they leave you for the birds to finish you off.
Jeez.
Check it.
So let me ask
So-
though, like what when you say the ribs are broken, like what?
They didn't ask. They didn't
break your-
ask to cut you,
Your
bro.
ribs,
Yeah.
they connect to your spine.
Yeah, so they severed from your spine so they can spread them out and open them out.
What?
Yeah.
Actually, I think wouldn't they rather separate them from the sternum so that they can spread out from the
Mind you,
spine?
those were Vikings. I
Vikings.
really
Yeah,
didn't
bro,
have-
we telling you
It's
what
not for
happened. Don't try to correct what happened. What you saying?
I see what you're coming from, Glenn, but no. There want there to be no way that you can survive. Yeah.
there are a couple others, but I go let you go, man.
OG crucifixion, not Christ actually died very Christ's death by crucifixion was actually very unusual because he died very quickly. Normally people would be up there for like a whole week being
That's true.
being tortured as they very slowly died. Like people,
You're not dying from blood loss. You're not dying from heat stroke. You're dying from exhaustion.
Jeez.
yeah, and it's like
An infection sometimes. Because
Yeah,
just
infection.
imagine you there, so you're gonna be shitting. You're shitting on an open wound feet. That's
Yeah.
blood poisoning.
and also your joints the points in your body that are not supposed to hold up a lot of weight are holding up a lot of weight, and you cannot change that. The ache keeps building the whole time, and they're not leaving you alone. People are coming by, they're cutting you, they're hitting you with stones, they're spitting on you. There's mental damage to it as well. The level of humiliation is astounding. It's both mental and physical agony.
I think you're naked up there as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
naked.
What about upside down crucifixions? Don't you think that would be much more?
Oh, you're dying fast.
You die like what? You die in one day because the blood will rush to your head.
Blood rush to your head, you lose consciousness. Yeah, remember.
That's the easy way out.
Or they could just boil you in oil. Yeah.
That's quicker. Yeah, that'll hurt a good deal, but that's like a few minutes done.
I would say
Okay,
death.
so
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I'll see something that a situation you could actually end up in. Probably you should never, but like realistically,
But you
in this
can't.
day
You
and
can't.
age, nobody going to be splitting your back open unless they're doing a ritual. Okay, so there's this guy who left his house one day and decided, yeah, I'm gonna explore this house next door. Try to get inside through the, downstairs, windows, doors, everything, but then he notices there's a chimney top. So he says, all right, I'll just jump down the chimney.
Oh no, I see where this is going.
What this dumbass didn't realize was that chimneys taper down, meaning that the top is wider and it gets narrower the lower they get. Smoke and stuff better. Really. So it started off as a brick, and he's going down, and then he the stage where it's insulated metal. So like the outside of the thing, it's insulated so it doesn't the house, but it's metal at this point. And he slides down into a space that is, rather tight. But he wants to get further down because he wants to get into the house. So he puts his hands above his shoulders so he can get further down. And he does get further down, but he also gets wedged. And being wedged in that, your ribs need to expand and contract for you to breathe, right? Every time he breathed out, it slipped down a little bit more, and he wouldn't be able to take a full breath. So each breath, he was literally killing himself.
Yeah, that
And
one.
this is an abandoned house, and the house has been abandoned for years. So nobody's coming looking. He didn't tell anybody he was going. So now he had to wait to die because he wanted to go in a house. Sounds
Yeah.
like fun.
That reminds me of
I don't
the
know.
guy. That reminds me of the guy who died in Nutty Putty Cave.
Oh, yeah,
Hey, crucifixion.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you know you do something to die. He was planning on having a wonderful day, and he suffocated in a house.
Yeah, that's about as bad as dying in Nutty Putty Cave, and it was about the same process as well.
Yeah, that was actually bad. Like the Dirty Putty. Like I understand. Like there was a whole rescue team trying to rescue the guy.
Yeah, they were going to great lengths to try to pull him out that abnormally thin crevice that he got himself stuck into. Unfortunately, just couldn't get him out in time.
Yeah.
And it's one thing to go down alone with no one able to hear you. It's another thing to have the people. Well, so depending on the person, they might find solace in it. To have the people there and be close but no cigar, and you die before they pull you out.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think they were just about to. Be fire. I think fire is bad, like death by fire. Yeah, definitely. It's
Well, that's the thing, buddy. After it wouldn't take that long for all your nerve endings to burn out, to literally burn out, and then you wouldn't feel anything, and you just die.
really. How long?
Yeah.
How long that'll take?
Well, I'm not gonna make a promise. It does depend on the fire,
Oh, okay,
the
okay.
intensity. It will vary because
What about a
based on the
stick?
fire.
What about a stick?
A steak. So depends on where you punctured. But if it's one such that you cannot remove yourself, that will be an unfortunately slow death. But not as bad as crucifixion because you won't be it's not you're not for one you're not as punctured in as many places. You're not under your body isn't under unnatural stress, and you don't have people coming in to pile on the pain in both by hurting you in other ways or taunting you.
What if they just hang you by your hands and then stab you every hour until you bleed out?
That one is bad. True.
Like every hour, on the hour, that man just coming with a knife, stab you.
Depends on where.
It's like that.
Like where they stabbing you? Like
My
what
G.
area?
Bleeding out is bleeding out. Eh?
Yeah, bleeding. No, she's bleeding.
Yeah, but like it depends. If they hit a vital spot, then that could just end your pain like faster.
Exactly, but if I want to stab you every hour on the hour, I eating vitals at all. We said if they start stabbing you in the same spot.
I mean, do you hire a surgeon at that point so that they know where to put the insert?
Nah, man, that man just scrolling through Reddit or 4chan, and that man getting all the information.
That's crazy. What about you, Jay?
I don't know if there's a name for that form of torture, but there's this thing that you tie a horse on each end of your
Shit.
leg, right? And then you let them go in opposite directions. I don't know what that's called. I feel like that is one of the most excruciating experiences you can have.
What? Wow. Like,
Yeah.
so does the person actually tear, like they tear in two, or
Yeah, bro, you get torn.
Oh, and I actually looked away from. I got distracted for a moment. You talking about the one with the horses?
Yeah, yeah.
Man
Yeah.
like me, I'd have just pull them horses back together. But yeah,
Aye, bro. Okay, bro. Okay, bro.
yeah,
I'm just
niggas,
built different, though.
niggas just build different. It's a wow, but another one for me would be like that's just personally. Drowning is another one I definitely
Yeah,
do not want
drowning
to.
messed up.
Yeah, for like and even for me, the drowning. You see, river water in particular. Oh, not river water.
You know what was in for me, because I looked it up. To me, if I remember correctly, generally people drown. It doesn't take that long. Like you don't spend a minute before you drown. Um, like all that struggling and whatever.
Mm-mm.
The more you struggle, the quicker you drown in the first place.
Yeah, because you're more exhausted faster.
But what I remember is just the movie we saw doing the old god, and it was I saw it in the Vampire Diaries as well. So just imagine you are immortal and you get trapped underwater, and so
Ah, okay.
you are constantly drowning. And if it's a case where you know you come back to life or you revive or whatever, once you drown, come back and you still there. You drown
That is
again, you
actually
come back and you still there.
so so there was this time where Deadpool slaughtered the entire Marvel universe,
Oh yeah.
and what he did for Wolverine and co and his ilk is that he strapped them he strapped them to a chair, each of them to a chair, and set a high power flamethrower in front of them. And and it was hooked up to a detector that would detect their heartbeat. And every time a heartbeat was detected, the flamethrower would turn on, and when there were no more heartbeats, it would turn off. So every time they regenerated, they would be burned to death by the flamethrower, which would then turn off as soon as they died. And then they regenerate and be burned to death again, and again, and again, and again.
Yeah, I feel that's one of the downsides to regeneration. Once they catch you lacking, bro, stuff like in the drowning scenario, once water floods your lungs, bro, moss starts to grow after a few months. Bro,
I mean, at that
it's
point, bro,
terrible.
you need new lungs, or you need someone to cut that out for you.
Yeah, like even if they rescue you, bro, like how you dealing with moss on the inside of your lung? How
Yeah,
you
pretty
dealing
much.
with moss on the inside of your esophagus, your stomach?
Yeah, you can't do it. Related tangent. I did play a game where um one of the one of the bad endings sees the protagonist drown in magically. Um, the room they're in is magically flooded with blood.
That's MK11.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not talking about Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
I did play a game where someone drowns in blood, and that seems like it really fucks with your head.
That's
It
tough.
might.
That is actually tough, bro.
Also related is that it is actually possible to engineer a liquid that is breathable, which would allow a diver to dive much deeper than normal due to the increased counter pressure in the lungs from being filled with a denser material.
I'd love to see that.
That's
Yeah,
actually
it has-
Like a
really
practical
interesting.
act. I'd love to see that made practical. Like
It has,
more than
yeah.
just a theory.
I mean, it's been done, but what it's been well, not the swimming part, but it's been tested,
How?
and
Because
the
what I'm thinking, sorry for cutting you off, but what I'm thinking is like for you to test that, you risk drowning your test subject.
Nah, just take a marine doggy.
Is that
You know them fellas already.
yeah,
doggy
so
eat that?
the the biggest obstacle to it is in fact the drowning sensation. It just like it takes a lot of mental strength to get over the sensation that you're drowning, because for it to work they have to first fill your lungs completely with the fluid. They need to force all the air out, and
I
then
can do it.
to then get you onto the system where you only breathe that way. So you feel like you're drowning even though you aren't.
I could do it though.
Yeah, you just need to, you really need to see yourself. Although then the other issue is that obviously your lungs are designed to, in fact, are designed to breathe air. So they will fail under the increased stress of breathing a liquid or pumping a liquid. So you need some external assistance to help your lungs help your lungs move it.
The way I see it, dog, I could probably do that successfully. Because we have two roads here, right? Either we're successful, check it, and I assist them in improving something that could potentially, push science and technology, ahead, or I die. Either way, it's a win-win. So
What?
I really think I can make that work.
You must say win-win.
I'd be up for that. I'd definitely be up for it. So if anybody's
To
listening to
switch
the pod
devices.
and you're developing a breathable liquid, just hit me up. I'm a,
Yeah,
I'm
that
a,
is-
a
I'm not
willing
on to be
test
a
subject.
test subject.
That is yeah. You do have to understand. Our boy Frost here has
I mean,
a different perspective than most people.
I heard about that some
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah,
A
yeah, yeah.
breathable liquid they were going to use for people when they put them under surgery and stuff.
Was that when they put them under what?
For surgery, stuff like that.
I want to.
Bro, you
I
guys should
tried. I
really
almost
Nah,
try.
but anytime I pitch an idea, y'all might sleep in.
No, dog, but I
Alright,
don't
regardless.
know if your man can go far out, you know.
Bro,
Hey, that man.
Daryl,
I
want to
know
that
too
man.
much,
Talk to
John.
that man.
I
Please
don't know
talk
if
to
your
that
man
man.
can. You check it.
Listen, I is a fair boy, and I know how to not drown. You expect man like Brandon that'll leave.
Brandon want to
Let me see
drown,
him
dog.
drown.
That one want to drown.
You want to
Yeah, but
drown?
that
Just-
doesn't mean
Listen,
that
there are a lot
doesn't
of
mean
people
I
that
can't
want to die and
swim,
they
dog.
can't. You understand?
Check it. Like I said last week, I feel like if I had to commit suicide, dog, I would get away with it easy. So the fact that I do it yet means that I go do it yet. Check it. You have nothing to worry about.
Mister, talk to that man. Please,
Doggy.
talk to that man.
No, but I reassuring you that I'm not going to do it yet.
But you saying yet? What you
Yeah,
saying
doggy. Why
yet?
you say yeah, doggy?
You never know. You never
No,
know.
you're not saying that.
You check it. I start checking a shorty. You check it.
Prison
One day, shorty tell me it's done. I say, Irie, it's done.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
done. You check it. Clock out.
yeah. Real nigga talk. Real nigga talk.
You check it. Batman doesn't cry. We just commit suicide.
Commit suicide.
Ah,
Yes, sir.
bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Babo no bottle, break.
Oh, true.
Mister, that's not joke. Hold it down. Hold it down.
Wow, doggy. That just
Wow, that man. I was going to say something else, but I'll say it off air.
So I don't even know how long I was offered to switch devices. I had none of what you were saying for like a good while there. Discord just refused to connect me. So somebody make a quick recap, please.
Oh, Ari. So basically, what I was saying, right, is a win-win.
Like-
if I
After,
if
no,
I
after I talk about the guy dying in the middle of it, I think I just couldn't hear anybody.
I get it. Yeah.
so my suicide story though.
No, it's a lot of great content.
I could go over it, since you insist.
There's a video I want to play. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do that in post.
There's a there's a video I want to play with Glenn mentioned what did he mention? It was either Kit or Omni. He mentioned, fellas like they're promiscuous and thing, and that makes them feel more of a man, that kind of vibe. I have a video with Chris D'Elia. I don't know if you know him. I think he's a comedian. Basically, same thing. Hearts Theory. He was a loose cannon, and he made an apology video. So it's 9 minutes. I'll just let it ride. And then
Alright.
I'll get your thoughts on that. Okay, so just give me a second. I'm just set up quickly. It's pretty interesting. I looked at it I think it was last month. It's pretty interesting. I just time if y'all can see my screen. 3. Hey. That should go up in 3, 2. Okay, it's taking a while.
I'm gonna say 9 minutes,
Yeah, 9 minutes 47 seconds. You want me to be specific?
What?
Don't worry, bro.
That's funny. Yeah.
You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch the whole thing. But once he gets the main point across, then yeah.
Main point, he cheated and he's sorry, dog. That's the point there.
Down, man. Just give me one moment. Okay. Tell me if you'll see. Y'all can see. You can see, right? Oh shit. 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now.
I mean, the New York.
Yeah. Alright. I'm going to play it now.
Hi everyone.
You're Hen, right?
Yeah.
I know that it's been a really long time since you've heard from me, and when the news broke, I put out a statement that said everything I've done has been legal and consensual, and that's true. And I wanted that statement to speak for itself. And I wanted to talk immediately. I wanted to post online. I wanted to do my podcast, business as usual, but I thought that might not be the best thing. What might be the best thing it would be if I just take this time to be with my family, try and take a long, hard look at myself, and just and do that. And it was a lot. It was hard. I first of all, I do know how it looks with all the stuff that's been said and the emails that have been put out there and what the media has been trying to say. And I know it looks bad, and it doesn't show the full scope of what happened. I stand by the fact that all my relationships have been consensual and legal, and that's just it. That's the truth. I did. That's the truth. I threw this kind of time away. I've seeked out a lot of kind of medical advice, therapy, and stuff like that. That doesn't matter here nor there. But what I have come to understand is this was always about sex to me. My life was, sex.
Bro.
It
God, that shit.
controlled my life. It was the focus. It was my focus, all the time, and I had a problem. And I do have a problem. It's not like you months down the line, you just kind of, everything's better. I need to do work on that. When I first started doing stand-up and I started getting a little bit of notoriety in my early 30s, having sex got a lot easier, is the, for the lack of better words. And I felt lucky. I felt like, oh, wow, I don't need to work as hard. I can just do a show and then have sex, or roll into a city and look at my inbox and then just start writing. And I did, man. I wrote. I know you've seen some of the messages online. There's way more than that. I would get at least 50 messages after a show each city a night, and I would reply to all of them. And I thought in my mind that being straight up with these women was the right thing to do. I'd say, hey, come to my hotel room and let's have sex. Let's make out. Let's do this. Let's do that. And that was what I thought was right. I realized through all of this that doing that is just treating sex like it's casual and being flippant with people. And that's not the guy I want to be. It's not okay, and I'm sorry for that. It makes me feel shameful, and it makes me feel bad.
Have they reached 9 minutes yet?
People talk a lot about the power dynamic and about, why should someone who is a fan of yours have to worry about if you want to sleep with them or not? And I don't know where I fall on that. I sometimes think, especially in my early 30s, I would be like, well, the girl has the power because that's, I want to have sex with them, and if they want to have sex with me, then great. But what I can say is the familiarity. I would use the familiarity that I had with these women to have sex. I was like, oh, they already use me. They already know me. I didn't have to do the extra work. And I was talking to one of my friends who.
No problem.
I was talking to one of my friends about this, and about the power dynamic, and about the familiarity and not having to use that. And I said, why is that behavior not okay? Why is it not okay to sleep with somebody if it's consensual and they want to sleep with you? And he said, it's okay. Well, it is okay. It's okay until it's not. And that was when, a lot of it clicked for me. It was something that just became life controlling. I would think about it all the time. I would go and I would do my show, and like I just said earlier, and it was too much, and it became a lifestyle that I didn't know how to stop. I didn't even think I had a problem. I thought that this was how it was. I thought that guys in my position were lucky enough and fortunate enough, and
you see
it was going out of control.
Oh, yeah.
And I never stopped it. I cheated on most of the girls that I've been with. I cheated on my fiance now. And this is my dream girl. This is the girl that I want to be with for the rest of my life. And even that wouldn't stop what I was doing. And I was headed for a I was headed for, you know what I was headed for? I was headed for this. And this needed to happen because I wouldn't have stopped cheating. I wouldn't have stopped using sex. I wouldn't have stopped. So I have a chance here to really, and I have been doing the work and being somebody who is a role model for my son. And I want to do that, and I can't stress that enough. I can't go back, and I can't fix that part of me, that hole in me that was trying to be filled with that, the loneliness on the road, or the fear that I felt, or the insecurity that I would try to chase and just conquer with this, with sex, and it was out of control. So I have a chance here to apologize to the people who got caught up in that shit, and the lies that I would tell my fiance, my friends, and I'm sorry. I think that being a comedian, it's funny, the stuff that you tell yourself to make everything okay, like the cheating and the sex every night or whatever. Well, any guy would do this, which is not true, or whatever it is. And I just, I don't know. It was too much, and I made too many excuses, and I can't do it anymore, and I haven't been. And I've been on this path of recovery now for a bunch of months. I'm doing well, and it's the hardest thing ever to.
Alright, goodbye. Stop it right there.
So the man got addicted to sex, is what he's saying.
Basically.
But see, that validating the point Jay and I were making. It's based on the person. That man had a problem.
No, doggy, but that is like a common thing. It is a common thing.
He encountered a situation he was not accustomed to, and in not being accustomed to it, he couldn't handle it.
Doggy,
Like a drug, and he got addicted to it.
Nah. Okay, that man have a problem.
Hold on.
No.
That's the problem.
Wait. Let's just slow it down. It's not just him. The same thing happened to Kevin, Jay-Z. It happened to.
These are weak men, point blank, period.
Wow.
Listen,
But listen,
I hear you, and I applaud you for being a strong man. But until you have been in a situation exactly like this
I
man,
bet I'm stronger. I just making you know that even for cheating, it's because you're a weak nigga, bro.
alright, cool.
Doing. Well, never mind. I will bring that up after.
As I'm saying, it's several times, like this entire video is like basically playing into exact what I said during the discussion where these people a lot of people, when they reach that point of having significant success and wide reaching notoriety, that allows them access to these great levels of intercourse. Like they're not able to handle it. Like I said, if he just felt like that was how it is.
Yeah.
Got that,
So this is one of the prizes you get for being successful.
You know, it took control of him. You know, the ego amplified his desires, and he just could not get it under control. He became something else. Like he genuinely became, the stereotype. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. When you need to factor in the effects of ego.
Right.
And he was happy that he got to that stage. And this is my due reward for reaching that stage. So he treated it as it was normal. And before you know it, he's addicted to this new normal.
I see. It's a crazy world, man. It's a crazy dynamic we have going on there.
You have a lot of people in the world that need help, and people just treating them like demons.
Well, I don't have any other listed topics. The other things I want to discuss, I want to discuss it in the next episode, which is the prenup. I want to talk about the prenup and survivor's guilt on the next episode. Probably a bit on like imposter syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Alright, goodbye.
you guys have anything else you want to rant about, or you want to share the final thoughts?
I think you can wrap up for now.
Yeah, we should probably end it here.
Alright, good vibe. Okay, so guys, final thoughts. Who wants to go first? Ending remarks.
Corona is real. I don't know about the vaccine. Wash your hands, cover your face. Just see people's face.
Alright. Go ahead.
I'll just say, guys, please give Invincible a chance. Just give it the first episode. If you do not like the first episode, then just forget about it altogether. That's all I have to say.
Because we have no taste.
Send them a drink hot sauce.
Yeah, basically.
Anyone else?
Alright, well,
I think that's really.
I'll just
Where is the shout out?
yeah, just letting everybody know, took a massive L on Red Dead. So I just want everybody to know that. You check it. I couldn't run him over in the BRZ, but you check it. We ride horses and shit. So that man, I'm still trying to clean up his skull from my horse's hooves.
What?
Let's say up on Red Dead. Let's see, up on Red Dead.
Say less. I download that now.
I read.
How about you, Kit? See, I want to
I don't disappear already.
RJ. What happened?
Nothing much to say, to be honest. It's been a while since I've been here. I enjoyed this podcast, and definitely be seeing me on more. That's about it.
Yes, sir. Alright, guys. Thank you for listening. I will just say, remember, when you listen to the podcast, you don't have to be, stand at the screen directly. You could be washing dishes. Let me see. Peace.
Chopper, are you serious?
Now.
Peace in the Middle East. Peace in the Middle East.
Wait, we finish. I read up.